Hello and welcome to Saturday Night Karaoke. Welcome to you if you're joining me for the first time. Welcome back if you're returning. Hey, just wanted to let you know what the show is all about. This is February 13th, 2021. My name is Chuck Tomasi. Let's see if the technology's working for us. We're off to a good start. Thank you for joining me. I am not a professional singer, but I'll do my best on this to sing a few songs for you tonight, give you a little bit of trivia, give you a little bit of news, and events that happen on this day. So we're going to have fun for about the next half hour or so. At least I'll have some fun. Hope you're having some fun as well. I do this not to be famous on the internet or make money. I do this to entertain my friends and family. You that are watching, thank you very much. Been doing this since last April, shortly after the whole shutdown COVID thing started, and thought it might be some fun and getting some very positive feedback about it. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that you're here. Like I said, I am not a singer, but what I am is I'm a content creator. I'm a software guy. So I use the app that I created on our platform that you are free to use. You can go to bit.ly/SN-sing, like you see in the code below. Create your own parties for your friends, for your family, or just sing along in a solo party. Have fun with that. The software is free to use. I'm not going to sell your email address or anything. But I invite you to join in if you use that code. Notice I changed the code. It's no longer VBBF. That was just not memorable. SNK1 is how you can make a request. Put it on my list. That stands for Saturday Night Karaoke. Okay, you got to get the idea. Use that code and you can make a request on my list. So before I forget, Happy Chinese New Year. I believe this is the year of the ox, if I'm not mistaken. So for all of my Chinese friends and coworkers out there, Happy Chinese New Year's to you. And if you're watching this the day after, Happy Valentine's Day. I wish everybody all the best. Good news. The tripod has finally shipped. Boy, that thing's been on back order for what seems like a year and a half, but it's only been a few weeks. Why I'm waiting for the tripod? Because without the tripod, I can't set up the new camera. We're still using the old traditional Logitech webcams on this, and I'm hoping we will get some video improvement in the video quality. Once I set up the camera, then I can finish setting up the lighting the way I want. Remember, this isn't just for Saturday Night Karaoke. I'm doing this for live streams at work as well. In fact, they're footing the bill for a lot of this equipment, so thank you very much. When I get the lights, then I can set up the final monitor configuration. It's all contingent on that tripod. It's crazy, but I'm glad that it's on its way. Should be here about mid-next week. So with any luck, we'll have, because just when things get running smoothly, we got to go and, jack with the technology to add a few more variables. And I noticed that sometimes I got to get into using this. I've changed the layout a little bit of where I'm looking for certain things, because you got to use this stuff a little bit to understand what it really needs to be. What I originally planned is close to what I'm doing, but it's not exactly as I planned. In fact, just before the show, I was moving a few things around and testing microphones here and there. Even something as subtle as this cable is different than that cable, and just taking it out of the mic stand, I noticed that it was sticking. I said, nope, get a different cable. I don't like that one. This one's got like a fatter part on it. So it's just kind of testing this stuff out. That was the good news, but I do have a little bit of sad news. We did lose a high school friend a couple of weeks ago who lost her battle with cancer on the 1st of February. So very sad about that. I did pick a couple of tonight's songs based on that, and we will always remember her with a warm smile. And, bad news seems to come in groups. Some people say threes, but fortunately, let's hope it stops at two. Because we also had Jan Peterson, also known as JP, the coordinator of the Dragon Con Parade, passed away this week. She was very supportive about our group and being the last group in the parade. When we came up with the idea some 10 or so years ago, she was all on board, and we were finally able to do that. So she's such a nice woman. She will be dearly missed, as will our high school friend as well. So, it reminds me again. I hope I don't have to remind you about this, but it's been a week that reminds us to be thankful for every day and thankful for the people that are in that. So, I know that was a bit heavy to start with. So let's go on our first song. Let's get on to the songs. I'll turn the title off now that you know where to go for that. First song, Bruce Springsteen's Pink Cadillac. This was not inspired by any of that bad news. This was just a song I heard, and I went, I want to sing that. Trivia question based on our first song. Which 1984 Bruce Springsteen hit featured future Friends star? Remember the old sitcom Friends? Okay. Courtney Cox was one of the stars of Friends. She was in one of these videos of Bruce Springsteen's. Was it Glory Days, Dancing in the Dark, I'm on Fire, or My Hometown? Okay, if you're from the MTV generation, you will know this. So I am going to do Pink Cadillac. Hey, Mary, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for joining. See if anybody's hanging out over on YouTube. Not at the moment, but give me a shout-out if you're watching this live on Facebook or YouTube. And I'll say hi and probably make a comment back at your comment. Right after this song, we'll get you the trivia question answer. So let's get started and see how my new layout does for me. Do that, and away we go. Well, now you may think I'm foolish for the foolish things I do. You may wonder how come I love you when you get on my nerves like you do. Well, baby, you know you bug me. There ain't no secret about that. Well, come on over here and hug me, and baby, I'll spill the facts. Well, honey, it ain't your money, 'cause baby, I got plenty of that. I love you for your pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the street, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do there in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Sing it with me. Well, now way back in the Bible, temptations always come along. There's always somebody tempted, somebody to do something they know is wrong. Well, they tempt you, man, with silver, and they tempt you, sir, with gold, and they tempt you with the pleasures that the flesh does surely hold. They say Eve tempted Adam with an apple, but man, I ain't going for that. I know it was his pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the street, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what it feels like in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Now some folks say it's too big, he uses too much gas. Some folks say it's too old like me, and that it goes too fast. Well, love is bigger in a Honda, yeah, it's bigger in a Subaru. Hey man, there's only one thing and one car that'll do, and we don't have to drive it, honey, we can park it out and back and have a party in your pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, normally that song fades out. Speaking of fading out, Michael is oozing down the street. It actually is oozing down the street. I looked it up because back in the, that was from, it was the B-side of Dancing in the Dark, I believe it was. But I looked that up from the Born in the USA album when I actually bought that on vinyl. In fact, I think it's in the closet. Some of my vinyl got rearranged. I really ought to give that some thought. If I pick a song that I've got on vinyl, I could bring the vinyl and show you. So, thank you, Scott. Amy Bone says, good evening. Yeah, I'm hoping with JP's passing that we still have a good parade organization, that somebody picks up the torch for her. All right, back to the trivia question. Which 1984 Springsteen hit featured future Friends star Courtney Cox in the video? That would be the aforementioned Dancing in the Dark. Okay, there was your clue. All right, birthday shout-outs for this week. Let me get to the birthday shout-outs. I didn't see anybody on Facebook with the birthday for the 13th today, so happy birthday if you're out there. And it just didn't show up on my calendar. Tomorrow, wow, I don't know what it is with Valentine's Day, but we got a lot of them. We've got Peter Charles Hendrickson, Jennifer Christnock, who I used to work with she was a vendor of ours, supplied us with some temp agency. Sam Haberland from our old church, Vicky Fitzsimmons, high school friend, Darusha Wame from Podcasting World, as is Douglas E. Welch. All those people have birthdays tomorrow. As I'm recording this, if you're watching live on Sunday, well, you know what the day it is. Monday is Vernson Leong on the 15th. I didn't see anybody on Tuesday. Former coworker Doug Van Stratton on Wednesday the 17th. Then we jump to Friday, and it is Rich Ackerman, Steve Cody, Robert Reed. No, not the Robert Reed from the Brady Bunch. If it were his birthday, he'd be in the upcoming section on This Day in History after the next song. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. It just didn't come up on my calendar. But if it's your birthday, I wish you a very happy birthday. All you people are very special to me, and I hope we get to celebrate this again in another year. So very good on you. Let's do song number 2. Down and over and click. Right? I think that's how it goes. Thanks for the times that you've given me. The memories are all in my mind. And now that we've come to the end of our rainbow, something I must say out loud. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. Yes, you're once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. I love you. Okay, this is where I apologize for a few cracks in the voice on that one. As stated earlier, not professional singer, okay? You may notice there are a few words that appear to be off in these songs. I will try to correct when I can. So that's my disclaimer. I'm going to get past it real quick. Let's go to the history segment. I still haven't found a song for this. This, you know what? I'd use the one that we use on Technorama, except I can't hit the fader, so it would be too loud while I talk. I'm going to get this figured out. I'm going to figure this out. Okay, let's do the history segment because this is the 13th of February, 2021. And things that happened on this day. Well, this is the day in 1633 that Galileo Galilei arrives in Rome for his trial before the... I should do this. Trial before the Inquisition. Okay, I'm gonna abuse that reverb whenever I can. Also today, 1880, Thomas Edison observes thermionic emission. That's interesting, if I knew what it meant. The same date in 1914 in New York City, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers is established to protect the copyrighted musical compositions of its members, which may get me in trouble if I'm singing some of these songs. So we'll just scoot on past that one. Birthdays today include English-American physicist and academic Nobel Prize laureate William Shockley. He was one of the guys that worked with semiconductors and discovered the transistor theory. So if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have a lot of these cool electronics that we do at our fingertips. He was born today in 1910. He'd be 111 years old today. Tennessee Ernie Ford, the American singer and actor, was born today in 1919. American general and pilot, first test pilot to break the sound barrier. Yes, Chuck Yeager, who recently passed away. He would have been 98 today. The man from the Monkees, Peter Tork, bass player and actor, was born on this day in 1942. Oh, my goodness. Turning 77 today is actress Stockard Channing, and Jerry Springer is also 77. Stockard Channing and Jerry Springer, same birthday. How about that? Peter Gabriel was born today in 1950. 50. Okay, let's get that right. This has been your history lesson for February 13th, 2021. No, there's no test on this. Oh, Mary liked that one. Thank you, Mary. Let's get on with song number 3. This one jumps up at me. It doesn't have much of a lead in, so I'm going to have to run real fast. Mike did make a comment about the audio possibly going a little wacky. I've been watching the meters. As long as they're bouncing up and down while I'm talking and singing, I'm trusting that you're all hearing something. But if it doesn't work out and you want to hear the playback, you can always go to, say, YouTube and try it there. See what happens. Or if it's really wanky, I'll just post the YouTube video in Facebook. We'll see what happens. Let's get on with this one. Here I stand, head in hand, turn my face to the wall. If she's gone, I can't go on, feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stare, each and every day. I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, hey, you've got to hide your love away. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. How can I even try? I can never win. Hearing them, seeing them in the state I'm in. How could she say to me, love will find a way? Gather round, all you clowns, let me hear you sing. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. Short little song there for you, but fun nevertheless. Let us, quick reminder that we do this show on Facebook and YouTube Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and in about a month, you're going to be changing your clock, so I get to do it at 6 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. Pacific. So, no, 7 p.m. my time. Because I don't change clocks. You know, if we can ever get through all this political BS and you can write your congressman, tell him to stop changing the clocks. There's no point. All right. Let's see. We talked about all that. Okay. You know what? Wow. This one went quick. Amy claps. Thank you. Mike, you're as programmed as I am. You heard the desk bell, which is normally when you mention a website or something. It's kind of a podcaster tradition to hit the bell. You know, say, hey, go visit me over at bit.ly/sn-sing. Okay, but we also use that when we say on the topic is Trek. You say, go to our website, the topic is trek.com. So it's my job to hit the bell on that show. And if you probably listened, I miss it a few times. But usually when they start mentioning show notes, I get my finger ready. Anyway, trivia question for the last song. It is by Steppenwolf. You can see behind me, Magic Carpet Ride. Yep. What was the band Steppenwolf named after? Was it a movie, a book, a theater, or an animal? I'm sorry, one of those just doesn't make sense, but we'll sing the song and tell you the answer when we're done with this anyway. Yes, click the button, Charles. Here we go. And this doesn't have quite the long intermission as the regular song. Or beginning, apparently. I like to dream. Yes, right between the sound machine. On a cloud of sound I drift in the night. Any place it goes is right. Goes far, flies near, to the stars away from here. Well, you don't know what we can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, you don't know what we can see. Why don't you tell your dream to me? Fantasy will set you free. Close your eyes, girl. Look inside, girl. Let the sound take you away. Last night I held Aladdin's lamp, so I wish that I could stay. Before they could answer me, well, someone came and took the lamp away. I looked around, lousy candles all I found. Well, you don't know what we can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, you don't know what we can see. Why don't you tell your dreams to me? Fantasy will set you free. Close your eyes, girl. Look inside, girl. Let the sound take you away. You can get up and dance now. Play that air guitar, or the drums, or whatever you want to play. Or take a bathroom break. don't know what we can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, you don't know what we can see. Why don't you tell your dreams to me? Fantasy will set you free. That was a fun song. I remember there was a trivia question. I forgot what it was, a game show or something, and they were saying, what are the next words to the song? That one had like the first line. They gave them the first line, and they said, okay, what comes next? So I always remember that one for some reason. Oh, the sad clipboard is there, and that tells us that we are out of songs. But before we go, I'll give you the answer to the trivia question. What was the band Steppenwolf named after? Did anybody put it in there? No, you didn't even take a guess. Come on, give a sporting guess for me. Oh, well, if you had answered a book, you would be absolutely correct. The book was titled Steppenwolf by Hermann Hesse. I'm going to guess it was German. So that is what it was all about. And with that, I am at the end of the show. Thank you once again for joining me tonight. It has been fun. It has been entertaining. I miss you all dearly. I look forward to when we can get together and do this in person again sometime, someday. Oh, stick with me. It's coming. It's coming. Don't trip this close to the finish line. But thank you for joining me, and stay safe. I will see you again here next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Set your alarm. Put it on your calendar. Turn on your watch. Whatever gets you out of bed. 6 p.m. Pacific Time. And till then, take care. Be safe. I love you all. Bye.